Hello, today I'm gonna be doing a portrait video in gouache of my grandma. I'm gonna be showing you all the supplies I used, all the brushes I use, all the brand of paints, and I'm gonna be commenting on how I approach painting a portrait in gouache. So I hope you like it. It's my first YouTube video of painting. So enjoy. There's my two brushes. I use them. One I use for darker colors and one I use for lighter colors. I also use two jacks, one for darker colors and one for lighter colors. And I also use this big palette, on which I mix all of my colors. It's pretty handy. I also use these three little palettes to put the colors on them and refill them with water so they don't dry up. I also use this cloth for wiping the brushes off, and a palette knife for taking the paints out of the tubes and putting them on the palette. I don't use it to mix anything. For the paint brand I use Royal Talents, which is pretty cheap for the size you get compared to the other gouaches. I like it, and it's also light fast, which you can see by looking at the number of pluses in here, which means it's gonna stand. It's gonna be resistant to fading on display in light conditions or whatever. So I use white, I use warm red, which is scarlet. It's, as you can see, it's a little bit less light fast, but I find pretty difficult to find a light fast color with gouache, especially the reds and the purples, actually. I also use a warm blue, which is ultramarine, which is also light fast. A burnt umber. I use ultramarine and burnt umber to mix some blacks and grays. And also I use a cool yellow, which is lemon yellow, and it's primary color, I guess. It's also not as light fast as the other ones, but I guess it's good enough. The colors can be cool or they can be warm. Warm means, like, for example, in yellow it leans more toward red, and cool leans more toward green. I like warm red for painting portraits. I find that mixing with cold red it's not so easy. But it's fine for me to paint portraits with cool yellow, so I'm really fine with the 5 colors here, and I can paint very comfortably with those colors. Alright, so we do start with a sketch. I sketch with my brush usually. It depends on the project, but I find it's quite a bit faster to sketch with a brush. And then I try to fill the colors as fast as I can, because I don't really see the proportions before I fill in the colors. I find it very difficult to see the correct proportions and the shapes just by looking at the line work. So I try to move to the painting portion as fast as possible, but not too quick to make some too many mistakes. Yeah, with gouache, it's difficult to foresee how the value is gonna look after you put it down, because when you put it down, it's wet and it changes color, and brighter values get darker and darker values get brighter as they dry out, as you can see probably in here in the neck when things get brighter as they dry. So yeah, you just have to predict a lot with gouache, but it's a very rewarding technique, and I like how matte the finish is looking compared to oils or even acrylics, and there's just something about gouache that I find just so appealing. Yeah, so I'm trying to add some darker shapes and correct the proportions. Actually, I kind of wing it, this portrait, as I go, because it didn't look so good at first. So yeah, but it's turning out pretty nice. I guess I should correct the nose too, because it looks a bit skewed. What's useful with gouache is to, or any kind of paint rather, is to fill the background in some color, because as you can see, the sketch lines outside the model, they're not very accurate, and to correct that you should fill some background color. Actually, I don't have a very nice color to fill it with yet, but maybe in the future I'm gonna fill in the background to correct the outline of the figure. Although I like the sketchy orangey lines in here quite a lot. Gouache is very nice also for dry brushing technique. I find when you have a lot of water on your brush, you have to be very accurate with gouache, because your strokes tend to be bigger than they would be if you had just a thick coat of paint with not as much water. I'm gonna try and explain it right now, but yeah, so I find it useful to just wipe it off in a cloth of some kind, the excess water from the brush. Yeah. If I remember correctly, I eventually tried to fix her nose, and yeah, in real life she's a little bit more thin in her face, but as I said earlier, it would be the easiest to just fill in the background. Later on, I tried to paint her shirt, which is white color. And it helps with proportions a little bit. Although I like the sketch face in paintings, and sometimes you can lose the nice layering effect of a painting when you try to finish it too much. So I hope I won't mess it up as I go. This is A4 format. It's a pretty small painting, and I want to frame it in some IKEA frame and give it to the grandma. Well, I guess she'll be happy. Now I'm trying to fill in some darker tones. I really like how it looks for now. I fixed the eyebrows earlier, and I'm trying to add this necklace, but it's not coming out very well. Later I add some highlights in her, and I don't know if they are the right thing to do because they didn't look too good, but we'll see. Oh, and you can see some low speed zoom out on the video. Yeah, she looks kind of happy. Actually, in photo, she kind of looks more at the camera. Well, it looks fine. I like the expression. I tried making the shirt a little bit of a cooler color, but I had a lot of flash tones on my brush, so it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but it's quite fine. Now her neck is a little bit thinner, just like it is in real life, so I like that. Yeah, so that's about it.